Welcome to World Mysteries, where ancient secrets, bizarre theories, and unanswered questions are brought to life through logic, imagination, and awe. Today, you're about to embark on a journey like no other. Beneath the colossal stones of the Pyramid of Khafre, where scientists have just uncovered a vast hidden structure buried deep beneath the earth. A discovery so shocking, it's rekindling ancient legends of Atlantis, forgotten energy technologies, and perhaps even contact with something beyond this world. Could humanity have once reached the pinnacle of technology, only to lose it all? Stay with World Mysteries until the very end, because what you're about to hear may forever change how you view our past. Beneath the colossal stones that have stood firm for millennia, at the Pyramid of Khafre, a staggering secret now seems to be slowly coming to light. Recently, scientists from Italy and Scotland employed advanced ground-penetrating radar technology and unexpectedly discovered a complete, expansive structure hidden beneath the base of this pyramid. This revelation not only shocked the archaeological world, but also ignited the imagination of humanity, rekindling thoughts of ancient mysteries long buried under the sands of Egypt. According to the research team behind the Khafre project, led by Dr. Corrado Malanga, University of Pisa, and Filippo Biondi, University of Strathclyde, the second largest pyramid on the Giza Plateau is far from the isolated monument we once believed. Using synthetic aperture radar (SAR) technology mounted on satellites, combined with a proprietary decoding algorithm, the team managed to see through layers of rock and earth hundreds of meters deep. The returning electromagnetic signals were converted into image and sound data, allowing the scientists to craft a 3D reconstruction of the massive underground architecture beneath the Pyramid of Khafre. The result left everyone stunned. It appeared that a vast structural complex was buried deep beneath the earth, directly connected to the 4,500-year-old ancient pyramid. The radar imagery revealed a system composed of multiple layers. First, inside the pyramid itself, the team identified 5 small underground chamber-like structures previously unknown, located at the very core of the pyramid. One of these chambers contained what appeared to be a stone sarcophagus, long assumed to be the resting place of a pharaoh. From these hidden chambers, secret passageways stretched down into the earth, linking to even greater mysteries below. These sloped corridors and shadowy tunnels seem to open a gateway into a subterranean world where no modern human has ever set foot. The deeper the investigation went, the more astonishing the discoveries became. Buried beneath the Pyramid of Khafre, the radar detected 8 enormous vertical structures, appearing like deep shafts or cylindrical pillars, each approximately 10 to 12 meters in diameter. What made them even more remarkable was the presence of spiraling staircases winding around each of these shafts, resembling vast stairwells leading down into the deep earth. Picture the grandeur: 8 colossal shafts arranged in a mysterious configuration linked by underground corridors, forming what could only be described as the backbone of a subterranean architecture. The spiraling staircases wrapped around the vertical shafts conjured the image of an ancient labyrinth, an underground city that has silently existed beneath the Giza Plateau for thousands of years. But the revelations didn't end there. At a depth of approximately 1,219 meters, far beyond the limits of conventional excavation, the radar system detected the presence of a mysterious glowing object. This object emitted a vibrational frequency entirely distinct from any surrounding natural structure. The research team was stunned. What could possibly lie more than a kilometer beneath the pyramid and still emit such a strange signal? Some team members boldly speculated that it might be a gateway to the underworld, or perhaps a mysterious piece of unknown technology, even an ancient energy-emitting artifact that has been quietly operating for tens of thousands of years. Whatever it may be, the appearance of this enigmatic object only deepened the mystery of the entire discovery, stirring chills down the spine and drawing eerie comparisons to legendary tales of buried treasure and hidden powers. The research team used all the data they had collected to construct a preliminary 3D model of what lies beneath the pyramid. As the model gradually took shape, the entire team held their breath. Beneath the Pyramid of Khafre appeared an immense architectural complex, stretching up to approximately 2 kilometers in length and reaching depths of up to 600 meters, some structures even nearing 1.2 kilometers below the surface. The model revealed 8 vertical shafts, deep wells, that seemed to connect down to 2 massive block-shaped structures located even deeper underground, each nearly 90 meters in height, the equivalent of a 30-story building. If accurate, these could be 2 grand halls or colossal underground facilities resting at the base of the spiraling shaft system, like 2 buried towers driven deep into the Earth's dark heart. Above the 8 shafts, as previously noted, were 5 small chambers connected by corridors, all combining to form a complete multi-level architectural network, from the deepest underground layers all the way into the heart of the pyramid itself. It is hard to believe that for all these years, beneath one of the world's most iconic ancient wonders, there could exist such a vast and intricate network of structures, completely hidden from our view and beyond the limits of our understanding. News of this shocking discovery quickly spread, sparking an overwhelming wave of curiosity. Could this be the very proof of the ancient legends we've heard through the ages? In fact, the idea of underground structures beneath the Giza Plateau is not new. Dating back to antiquity, the Greek historian Herodotus recorded accounts of tunnel systems and underground rivers beneath the pyramids. Throughout the Middle Ages and the Renaissance, stories would occasionally emerge of buried treasures or hidden temples deep below Egypt's sands. By the 19th century, the theory of secrets beneath the pyramids became increasingly popular, especially among explorers and European scholars. But it was in the 20th century that the idea truly took on a mythical dimension, thanks to one extraordinary figure, Edgar Cayce. Edgar Cayce, 1877 to 1945, often referred to as the Sleeping Prophet of America, made a series of extraordinary predictions related to the Giza Plateau. He claimed that a secret hall of records exists somewhere beneath the pyramid complex, or the Sphinx, containing the preserved knowledge of the lost civilization of Atlantis. Cayce even predicted that humanity would discover this hidden archive in the second half of the 20th century. Though the date he foresaw has passed without any official discovery, exploratory efforts in the late 20th century did uncover strange anomalies. For example, in 1996, researchers using seismic analysis detected a rectangular cavity beneath the paw of the Sphinx. However, the excavation was halted, and the mystery remains unresolved. Now, with the new ground-penetrating radar data revealing a vast structural complex beneath the Pyramid of Khafre, one cannot help but shudder at the thought. Could Edgar Cayce's prophecy have been accurate, simply delayed in its fulfillment? Perhaps the legendary Hall of Records he spoke of is still lying dormant beneath the ancient stone, awaiting the moment we are ready to uncover it. Researcher Nikola Tesla, spokesperson for the project, noted that the layout and characteristics of the newly discovered underground chambers strongly resembled descriptions from the Temple of Amenti in ancient lore. In ancient texts, the Temple of Amenti is described as a sacred sanctuary located beneath the pyramid or the Sphinx, where the ancient records of humanity were stored. Precisely what Edgar Cayce and many other esoteric traditions have long referenced. The uncanny alignment between mythological description and modern radar data has led many to believe we are standing on the threshold of a discovery that could rewrite human history. If what the radar has revealed is indeed real, then beneath the pyramid may lie either an ancient underground city or a knowledge repository far beyond anything we've ever imagined about Egyptian civilization. The boldest hypothesis put forth suggests that these structures could be as old as 38,000 years. Far older than the Giza pyramids and predating every known civilization in human history. This astonishing number immediately draws comparisons to Atlantis, the legendary civilization said to have existed around 10,000 to 12,000 BCE, or roughly 12,000 to 14,000 years ago. While 38,000 years is vastly older, some esoteric theories propose that Atlantis may have gone through multiple phases or cycles of development that reach far deeper into the past. described by the philosopher Plato as a radiant island empire with astonishingly advanced science and technology, Atlantis was said to have vanished beneath the sea after a great catastrophe. For decades, Atlantis has stood as the symbol of a lost civilization, perhaps mythological, perhaps real. Edgar Cayce staunchly believed in its existence, even claiming that survivors of Atlantis fled to various lands, including ancient Egypt, carrying with them superior knowledge and technology. Now, if there truly exists a 38,000-year-old architectural complex beneath the Giza Plateau, it would serve as shocking evidence in support of the Atlantis hypothesis. A vast underground city hidden beneath the pyramids may very well be the inspiration, or the very origin from which the pyramid builders inherited their legacy. One can imagine that, following a devastating cataclysm, ancient masters of science and architecture buried their accumulated knowledge deep beneath the earth, encasing it in stone halls to await a future humanity wise enough to uncover it. Perhaps the pyramids that now stand above were built later, around 4,500 years ago, not just as tombs, but as markers. Monuments indicating the presence of these ancient treasures below, or perhaps even attempts to replicate the lost technologies once known to humanity. The thought is staggering. Could it be that human history has overlooked an entire prehistoric civilization of extraordinary advancement, one that is only now beginning to leave hints of its existence, rising from the shadows? Alongside the hypothesis of a buried knowledge repository, another theory goes even further in scope and wonder. What if this underground structure, and the pyramid itself, were once part of a colossal energy-generating machine? Let us recall that the research team hinted the subterranean complex could be a prehistoric energy facility. This aligns with a long-standing alternative theory about the Giza pyramids, that they were not merely royal tombs, but ancient power plants. According to this line of thought, ancient civilizations may have known how to harness natural energy from the earth and the sky, transforming the pyramid into an electric generator or a node for universal energy transfer. As far-fetched as it may sound, this theory bears a striking resemblance to the work of Nikola Tesla, the brilliant inventor of the early 20th century. Tesla constructed the Wardenclyffe Tower, often called the Tesla Tower, with the aim of wirelessly transmitting energy around the globe. He believed that by tapping into the Earth's electric field and the ionosphere, mankind could transmit power to any location without wires. The Tesla Tower, with its tall shaft and dome-shaped top, acted as a giant antenna, resonating with the planet's electrical field. Though Tesla's project ultimately failed due to lack of funding, the underlying principle demonstrated that large-scale wireless power transmission was technically feasible. Now consider the Giza pyramids. Massive, tower-like structures composed of millions of tons of stone, including granite rich in quartz. Quartz, notably, has piezoelectric properties, meaning it generates electricity when subjected to pressure or vibration. The internal design of the Great Pyramid of Khufu includes long sloped corridors and large chambers, such as the Grand Gallery, King's Chamber, and Queen's Chamber, with particular acoustic and electromagnetic qualities. Some researchers speculate that the pyramid could resonate with Earth's natural frequencies, possibly even functioning like a tuning fork. One hypothesis suggests that water beneath the pyramid, perhaps an ancient well or underground channel, could have contributed to vibration, while the quartz crystals inside the king's chamber could amplify and broadcast energy. If the subterranean structures beneath the Pyramid of Khafre serve a similar function, then perhaps the entire Giza complex was once an integrated system for energy generation or information transmission. Serving a purpose we have yet to understand. The discovery of the glowing object at a depth of 1.2 kilometers only adds fuel to the fire. What could it be, if not an ancient source of energy? Could it be a massive crystal, like the legendary power stones said to have been used by the Atlanteans to energize their continent? Interestingly, Edgar Cayce also spoke of a powerful fire crystal used by Atlantis, whose misuse led to their downfall. If there truly is a luminous object or crystal device beneath the earth, still faintly glowing and pulsing with energy after tens of thousands of years, it would be nothing short of miraculous. It conjures visions of perpetual machines, the dream of a vanished super-civilization, Or perhaps even the still beating heart of Atlantis, buried deep beneath the sand and stone, waiting to be rediscovered. However, while these dazzling theories soar high, mainstream scientists remain skeptical. Many archaeologists and geologists have raised doubts about the accuracy of the technology used. They point out that no satellite-based radar has ever been verified to penetrate depths of over 1,000 meters. Typically, ground-penetrating radar, GPR, or synthetic aperture radar is only effective at depths of a few dozen meters under optimal conditions. The images obtained by the research team might be distorted or misinterpreted due to natural phenomena. Some experts believe that the structures detected could simply be geological anomalies or the result of ambiguous data, with AI reconstruction potentially adding imagined details that don't truly exist. Indeed, without physical excavation or verified samples, everything remains a hypothesis. Experts have even highlighted a critical issue. The water table in Giza is relatively high, only a few dozen meters below the surface. At depths of hundreds of meters, the underground is undoubtedly waterlogged. Over tens of thousands of years, groundwater would erode and destroy any artificial structure, if one existed at that depth. So how could a 38,000-year-old underground city survive in such conditions, intact? These warnings serve to ground us in reality, reminding us to tread carefully before declaring any extraordinary discovery as fact. And yet, it is precisely this ambiguity, this blurry boundary between legend and reality, that makes the story so irresistible. Until we have a definitive scientific conclusion, the discovery beneath the Pyramid of Khafre will remain suspended somewhere between cutting-edge science and ancient myth. And in that liminal space, human imagination is free to soar. We are left wondering, if there truly is an underground city or ancient energy complex beneath Giza, then who built it? Could it have been the ancient Egyptians, or their ancestors from a much earlier epoch than we've ever imagined? Or might it have been the work of an entirely different civilization? Perhaps Atlantis, or even, as some conspiracy theories suggest, something extraterrestrial. With every hypothesis proposed, we find ourselves face to face with even grander questions about the true origin of humanity. If a prehistoric civilization existed that was capable of building a vast underground complex and the massive pyramids above ground, then might our current understanding of human history need a radical rewrite? Could it be that modern humans are not the first civilization to reach technological heights, but merely the inheritors of a forgotten legacy, a flickering echo of one or more dazzling civilizations lost to time? And if such a legacy exists, perhaps its remnants still reside deep in our collective unconscious, surfacing in legends of great floods, sunken cities, and monuments reaching toward the heavens. Standing before the mighty Pyramid of Khafre, gleaming beneath the desert sun, one cannot help but feel small and awestruck. Beneath our feet may lie tunnels that descend into darkness, holding the answers to humanity's greatest secrets. Could there be some connection hidden here between mankind and the cosmos? What might those ancient knowledge chambers, if they exist, truly contain? Might they hold a message from our ancestors, intended for the future? Or even more staggering, could they be a message from an intelligence beyond Earth, addressed to humanity? For centuries, the pyramid has stood as a symbol of endurance and ancient wisdom. Now it appears once more as a portal through time, connecting us to a past so distant that it brushes against myth. In the end, whatever the outcome of this discovery, one truth remains clear. Human curiosity will not be silenced. It is our unrelenting desire to understand our origins that drives us to probe the shadows and decipher even the faintest clues. Every new discovery, whether monumental or minor, helps illuminate a previously hidden corner of the human story. And sometimes, those revelations only open the door to even bigger questions. This is the beauty of exploration. The deeper we search, the more we realize just how vast, rich, and mysterious our past truly is. The recent discovery of a possible massive underground complex beneath the Pyramid of Khafre, with all its shocking implications, stirs profound reflection. What is the true origin of humanity? Have we truly understood where we come from? If there is indeed a connection between the ancient pyramids, the legendary civilization of Atlantis, and brilliant minds like Tesla, Then what does that hidden thread tell us about humanity's role in the cosmos? Perhaps the answer still lies silent beneath ancient stone, waiting to be uncovered. Until that day comes, we can only watch with infinite curiosity, marvel at what has been revealed, and stand in awe of the vast hypotheses that may one day reshape everything we thought we knew about ourselves. The towering pyramids of Giza, silent witnesses of time, seem to whisper their secrets through the desert winds. Will we one day decode the full message? If so, the answer could change our understanding of human history forever. Our connection to Earth, to the skies, and beyond. Prepare yourself, for perhaps one day the veil of mystery will be lifted, and we may be stunned to learn that the truth was far greater than any myth we've ever dared to believe. We've reached the end of today's journey, from modern radar technology to ancient corridors that might contain the secrets of the cosmos. But what you've just heard is not just archaeology. It's an invitation to ask the biggest questions of all. Do we really know who we are? Could the memory of a glorious prehistoric age still echo in our collective subconscious? And if a higher intelligence left clues beneath the sands, are we finally ready to hear them? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to World Mysteries, where forgotten history comes alive. Until next time, we'll be waiting on the other side of the unknown.